Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Milton here to do another video. This time I'm doing a movie review, and the movie is titled Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This movie was directed by George Lucas, and it was released May 19th, 2005, and it stars Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Hayden Christensen, Natalie Portman, Ian McDiarmid, Frank Oz, Peter Mayhew Chewbacca makes an appearance in this movie as well, Sam Jackson, just the old original crew from the last two films of the prequels. So this movie takes place 3 years after Attack of the Clones. Anakin Skywalker is now a Jedi Knight. Obi-Wan Kenobi is now a Jedi Council member. Padme Amidala is secretly married to Anakin Skywalker, and she's about to have his babies. And the Clone Wars are now in full effect. A lot of chaos in the galaxy. The Republic's going to shit. Palpatine's doing this thing. So I'm gonna talk about the likes and dislikes of this film. First, the likes. This is actually my favorite movie of the prequels. I feel that this movie has a lot of great action sequences. From the beginning, we have that great shot of Anakin and Obi-Wan and their Jedi fighters roaming through the different chaos of the Republic, right above Coruscant. Mainly because they're back to save the Chancellor from General Grievous. Seeing that shot was pretty cool. I love how George Lucas really gets us into the film, especially with John Williams' music playing. I think it's called Battle with Heroes or something like that. I think that's what the music's called, where you hear the drums going boom, 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 boom. Those are the war drums, and there's ships coming, which is a great shot. Even though this film was shot digitally, I still thought it looked real to me. This is probably one of the best battles we've seen in Star Wars that was truly a grand scale. Like, the Republic forces is tenfold compared to the Republic, or not the Republic, the Rebellion forces. So it's cool to see all these battles and ships. The Republic versus the Separatists is pretty dope. But no, this movie's my favorite because the action sequences, the story's so much tighter in this movie. I feel that George Lucas does a great job, and I've always mentioned it. He's a great storyteller. It's his direction when it comes to execution that's an issue, but we'll get into that later. But I think that he does a great job of tightening the story. You get to see Anakin fleshed out so much more in this film. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you see him fleshed out. You get to see the motivations of how Palpatine and how he truly manipulates Anakin. You get to see, Padme and what she's going through. You really don't see her much in this movie. She's around, but she is around. You get to see the Jedi Council and how, again, dogmatic they are and how underprepared they were to take on the Sith, because really the Sith has the upper hand on him throughout this movie. I have to say I really enjoyed Hayden Christensen again as Anakin Skywalker. This is probably his strongest performance in the whole Star Wars series he's been a part of. You get to see more of that dark side Anakin, more of that transformation into Darth Vader, and why. Pretty much he wants to save his wife from dying, and that scares him because he had the visions in Attack of the Clones of his mother dying, and they came true. So he's worried about this. He wants to get more power. Palpatine knows about their secret marriage. He manipulates. He plays on Anakin's feelings. He says, hey, I can get, he pretty much tells the story of Darth Plagueis, and that manipulates Anakin. You see how Anakin's he's biting the apple. Anakin's, trying to get the carrot. And you see Palpatine doing a great job at just giving him little morsels of stuff like that. And it intrigues him because he wants to save his wife. And Anakin's very possessive. You can clearly see that. And I know possession is against the Jedi code. But honestly, if it were me, Anakin, I would just quit the Jedi Order for real. Just quit the Jedi Order and go do you. Let's keep it real, people. That probably could have worked out for him. He just quit the Jedi Order, go live with his wife. Maybe could have saved her that way. But for real, he should have just laid the fuck back and just chilled and let everything play out, because it would have worked out for him in the long run. But anyways, it was cool to see Palpatine manipulate Anakin. Cool to see Anakin's growth. I love seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi / Ewan McGregor. He was, again, phenomenal actor, great performance. I'm really hoping for that Obi-Wan Kenobi standalone movie, Disney. Anyone from Disney watching this video, get the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie made. We want it made, okay? Whether you're a prequel fan, original trilogy fan, we want that movie made. Make a series of bringing Darth Maul back and Obi-Wan truly ending his life for good. That'd be fucking dope. All right, we want that movie. Another thing about this movie, I like Mace Windu. I thought Mace Windu was more of a badass in this movie. I like this character because you got to see that he doesn't like Anakin much. You don't trust him. It's cool to see that. Palpatine again. I love Palpatine. Ian McDiarmid is the shit. Oh my god, the scene where he kills, spoiler alert, he kills Mace Windu is phenomenal. That scene's off the chain. Just how he comes off as a weak, frail man, and all of a sudden he just got that unlimited power and just fucks those Jedi up, throws Mace Windu out the window, and it's a wrap, man. And of course, Anakin succumbs to the dark side, and and does what he does. And Palpatine's just a shit. And even the coolest part about that scene, right? Not just when he kills everyone, it's the part where Anakin's saying, "Hey, what should we do now?" And he's like, Palpatine's like, "Listen, if the Jedi know about our plot, they'll kill us both." And you see him walking over to his desk. He's about to robe up. He puts his robe up, and you just see him now. He's Emperor Sidious, the Darth Sidious from Return of the Jedi. George did a great job with that. Just that visual shot. Go back and watch that scene. Trust me, you'll just see him put that robe back on, and he's Palpatine from Return of the Jedi. It was off the hook. So that gives me chills. Another thing I like about this movie were the lightsaber duels. The lightsaber duels, man, were off the chain. Like the first one, Anakin versus Dooku, was sick. Like just seeing Anakin tap into his dark side potential, a wrap, and seeing again Palpatine manipulating. Seeing Obi-Wan versus Grievous was pretty cool. Seeing Mace Windu versus the Emperor was pretty badass. Seeing Yoda versus the Emperor, that fight alone is dope. Just him throwing, just seeing how he's throwing the Republic Senate pods at Yoda. Oh my god! And just these two powerful wizards going at it was off the hook. And obviously the Obi-Wan Kenobi Anakin fight, it's great, man. It's phenomenal. Like you can't say nothing bad about that fight. I know a lot of people. I know some people that don't like that fight. They say it's too long. I disagree. It's perfect, man. It's three acts in that fight. The first act is when they're first talking, he first enters the fight. The second act is seeing how grimy and gritty they're really going at each other, and the third act is just just the inner conflict between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin, and they do some dialogue in between, but not much. But you don't need to have dialogue. You just see it on their faces how Anakin's angry and losing his mind, how Obi-Wan is conflicted and he don't want to do this, but he has to. And at the end, he clearly says it. Anakin, I got the high ground. Don't try it. He didn't want to do this. He did not want to kill or hurt Anakin. Even though he was told to, he didn't want to do it, but he had no choice. Anakin didn't listen. He let his pride and his anger get in the way. It cost him. Got his shit chopped off. He got burned up. Darth Vader Iron Lung suit. Here we come. So it is what it is, man. And just that fight, you get to see the conflict. You get to see all the pathos of that fight. It's clearly in that. Go back and watch that fight again. You can just see it, man. It's three acts in that fight, in my opinion. So, I mean, like you said, this movie is one of my favorites. Like I said, it's not perfect. There's some issues with it. So here's my negatives. General Grievous, I didn't like him. I thought he was kind of a silly character. Again, did I understand why he was in it? Yes, but I felt, and I feel with the Clone Wars TV series, and I'll probably review that later. They do a good job at fleshing him out more. But again, I thought at the time I thought Grievous was a throwaway character. Now I loved him in the micro series Clone Wars because you got to see how he got that cough. You got to see how phenomenal he was in that Clone Wars series. In the micro series, he was just unstoppable, but it was just nuts. But I mean, like I said, I didn't really like him that much. What else I didn't like? I didn't like some of the romance with Anakin and Palpatine, Anakin and Padme. I didn't like some of that romance. Like, there's one scene where she's like, "I'm so in love with you." I know you just. I'm like, no, don't do that. Like I said, George could have tightened that scene up better. Again, I like the romance in general between the two, but that scene was kind of like cringy. I didn't really enjoy that. And I think that's pretty much it. I pretty much like this movie from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? Oh, another positive, the music. The music in this movie is dope. John Williams' music. The visuals are off the chain. I always forget to say that, but the visuals and music, you can't go wrong with that. So I'm going to grade this as, this is going to be a go see this mofo. This is a go see this mofo because this is one of my favorites. I really enjoyed it. The story's tighter. I think this was the highest grossing, or the highest scored prequel in the series. I think it was like 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, or 80% or something like that. And it made over, look at my notes here, it made over $848 million box office worldwide. So yeah, I mean, go see this mofo. It's dope. It's the best movie of the prequel trilogy. It really ties in well into the original trilogy. So yeah, there you have it, folks. My review of Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. What'd you think of it? Have you seen it? Are you going to see it? I recommend you to watch this movie, for real, for real. Like I always say, comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.
What up? Hey, shout it what it is. What up? Hey, shout it what it is. What up? Hey, shout it what it is. Little buddy, what you on? Some violent shit. Two-stepping, laid back, still.